Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome now, Stock Trades. How's everybody doing today? In this video, we're going to have a jam-packed video, lots of information to discuss, lots of updates on the stock terminal. This is going to be a good video, okay? We're going to go ahead and go through the comments like we always do, see what's going on. How's everyone? What's going on, Patrick? It's ALAN, man. Come on, man, right? What's going on? How you doing, Andy? What's going on, B-Rad Cooley? Clover's in the green. Humana, on the other hand, yes. And also United Healthcare. May 1200, let's do it. Formerly homeless man sent me to this live stream. Exactly, right? We are all here for each other in this AA meeting here, right? It is. I gotta check it out. RGTI over $11 now. If you don't recall, if you go to Top Semiconductors and search that within the history of this channel, we called the stock out when it was literally in the dollars and all the way down to the pennies. And if you look at it right now, specifically of what Patrick was saying, it's currently $11. Year to date, it is up 1,100%. 11 bagger. Are you starting to realize a pattern? Are you starting to realize what I've been trying to tell you for this time? Didn't I publish the book without any editor? Just published it. How to find the next 10 bagger. Are you starting to see the overall pattern? Look at Palantir. We called out at $6.55. It is up from its lows, up 10x, 10 bagger. Go ahead and take a look at SoFi. It's up as well. Look at Soon stock. It is now around $19. Listen, we called it out at $5.50 just a few couple weeks ago, like 2 months ago, right? So the point that I'm trying to tell you is this is not a game, okay? This is not some bullshit game. I'm leaving, I could be working out right now, right? I could be doing research, which is my passion, right? I'm here to show you something that all of these people on Congress, all these people on Wall Street have been keeping this information to themselves. I'm trying to show you to get the hell out of the matrix. I'm trying to show you how these people have been literally making money off the backs of hardworking folks, right? So we'll talk more about that in this video, okay? So what up? How you doing? What's going on? Holler for Clover for $1. Let's go, right? How you doing, Clove family? All right. So, excuse me. So lots to discuss in this video, right? So let's go ahead and open up the screen here real quick. So today it's up $2.88, which is pretty significant if you ask me. If you compare it to Humana down here, which is down 10%, regarding Trump's comments regarding removing the middleman. Literally, Humana has not been able to get a break. So I went ahead and posted this yesterday on the stock terminal. I posted it at 2:52 in the morning. Again, we're up at all hours, right? And I posted it, and only a few people saw it. I want to make sure people that are in our lifetime access are also seeing it as well. Just give a shout out because today was a really nice day. We went ahead and released our New Year sale early. It's coupon code New Year, $700 off, cheapest you'll ever see. I promise you that. Okay, so and here's the thing here, is what I said. I'm not trying to add any speculation here, but have any of you thought of this? The Department of Government Efficiency is trying to save money in healthcare costs. Figures out that Clover Assistant, part of Clover Health, is doing just that. If they make this connection, which is pretty easy connection to make, given that they have an industry-leading MCR, consider this checkmate. All of you that are watching this video, you guys are all going to be very wealthy, right? You guys are going to be very wealthy. You guys are going to have to upgrade your screen size, right? This is a long shot. It's a sniper shot. But if they make this connection, I just wanted to basically put it out there for people to have in their heads, okay? Now, today is the day we went ahead and found that Craig Hullum, which is a firm, specifically Matt Hewitt, initiates a buy rating for Clover Health at $6. We're going to go more deeper into this, right? And again, my apologies, Matt. I know I seen you on LinkedIn watch our platform. I know you watch this channel. By any means, I don't mean any disrespect for posting this. Again, we like to be the drivers of truth. I'm going to explain what I'm going to be talking about. So please don't take this as an insult. This is just the data that we have available. Okay. So just disclaimer to Matt. Okay. So as you can see, this is Matt. He is ranked really well on the 2-year with no benchmark at around an 8.8% return. Success rate is around 50%, which is right around the average point in terms of many analysts. They're on the second half. but it does seem like he is in the top here, but that's because there's no benchmark, right? And the reason why is because, if you look at the past 2 years, the market's actually been up higher than 8.8%. So he's actually underperforming in this metric, right? Let me just go ahead. Sorry, and let me share with you. So this is what I was talking about. So his success rate is around 50%, and it's around a 2-year time frame with no benchmark. I'm going to show you with the benchmark, and it's around 8.8%. He's in the top half of that without a benchmark. But remember, the S&P 500 actually went higher. So if you were to code for the S&P 500, he is actually in the later quartiles of analysts from a 1 year compared to the S&P 500. But let me explain to you this, okay? So no disrespect, man. Again, I'm not trying to. I know you watch this channel, right? I don't want to no disrespect, right? So let me explain. What most likely, if you were here, what you would say. A lot of the stocks that you look at, the ones that I've kind of sifted through, a lot of them are in the transition point of going from negative to positive free cash flow. And a lot of them are undercovered companies that you've been looking at. And once they go to free cash flow positivity, that's when essentially the company starts to grow. But the way this is analyzed to look at your returns, it's analyzed on a fiscal year basis, which unfortunately does not give you justice. Because ultimately, how long did it take for Clover Health to explode, right? It's taken a while, right? So companies like this, I get it. So it takes time. So the numbers that we're going to show you, it doesn't give it justice. You need to look at someone's returns longer than just, just a year or two, right? So that's the disclaimer there. But again, this channel is all about being able to find whatever data point we have and be able to democratize it, right? So, but I read his analysis form of essentially what he was talking about in regards to Clover. And I have to say, I'm very happy, right? And we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to just talk about this post that I went ahead and created. A while back ago on June 25, 2024, before Humana dropped more than 50%, I said that, dear CLOV family, this is, as we look ahead, we acknowledge that the industry is experiencing dynamic and challenging times that we must navigate. Although the current environment will create disruptions in the near term, we continue to believe in the strong core fundamentals and growth outlook of the MA industry. Number 2, specifically for 2025, we expect the benefit levels, plan stability, and choices for seniors to be negatively impacted in the final Medicare Advantage rate notice, which is insufficient to address the current medical cost trends, environment, and regulatory changes. Now, we've seen the repercussions of this as Humana has been pulling out of these markets that Clover is in, and God knows other markets as well. I went ahead and said our 2025 adjusted EPS growth outlook will be impacted by several variables, which will not be clearly visible until later this year. Again, this is from the CEO, Bruce, of Humana, okay? So there's that, okay? And if you look at right now, Humana year to date, it is down 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, institutional investors don't like to be down 50% on the year. This is a fundamental change. Now, let me explain to you what fundamentals means, okay? Let me go ahead and whip out the financial sheet. Just give me a moment, please. No, Scooby. All right. So as you can see, I just need you to look at free cash flow. Free cash flow for trailing 12 months is now negative. Yes, Humana is becoming a negative free cash flow business. And potentially, if this continues, it'll end up like Walgreens, okay? The question now is we have to ask ourselves is it going to continue or is it going to try to survive? And they are making changes. They are exiting markets that most likely have a high medical cost ratio. And that's exactly where Clover Health thrives. Let me drink some coffee. Okay. So that's kind of the dilemma that Humana has right now. Okay, let's continue. So we went ahead and talked about this. It's down 50%, and that's reflective of the free cash flow. For folks now, you're starting to understand how powerful free cash flow is. I don't care how big of a company you are. I don't care if you're Apple. If you're negative free cash flow, you will die. You understand me? All right. As you can see with the comments that the gentleman made, this was posted on Reddit. Let me give a shout out to the user who posted this. Shout out to Born of Supernova. Okay, shout out to you for posting this. Let me go give you a like. He went ahead and as you can see in this post, let me just delete the one I have here, honestly, and let me just kind of whip this out and bring it here. Okay, so you can see that this thing, they're all down except Clover. Clover's in the green. So we're starting to see some de-differentiation now in technology companies like Palantir that are going to most likely lead the way and are going to be winners in the next couple of years. Oh yes, and please smash the like button. As you can see, this is Humana. You can see this huge dip. This is a huge dip down. Humana is dropping in the past month 20%, ladies and gentlemen. 20% this thing has been dropping. You literally from peak to trough, 22%. Year to date, it's down 9.98%, but the most recent drop came now. So you can see there's a lot of disruption happening within the healthcare space, right? Lots of room. Let's go ahead and just switch it really quickly, and let's open up the comment section real quick here, okay? You're making me stay on the treadmill longer because I want to watch live. That's good. More exercise. In fact, I'm about to go cycling right now, right? Enrollment numbers up 800% from last year for December. How, Randy? They brought on 10 customers. Let's see here. $6 price target. Is that what you're saying? 780 new members. New members were added. There it is, right? There it is, right? Also, Mr. Greekman was knighted by POTUS, and he's on the Clover board. The government knows. So he hasn't been knighted yet, I believe, right? Al is living that good life. You can see it in his cheeks. Oh, right here. Thank you. Right, I'm getting a little tan, aren't I? Right. And yes, they certainly know about Clover. Smash the like button, absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Smashed. Did lose their So the thing is, it actually didn't affect them. I know that sounds really weird. It wasn't because of that. It was actually because of the comments made by the new president with regarding the middleman being removed. So a lot of the healthcare stocks got hit, right? Clover is 327 in the after hours. Let's go ahead and reshape this. You're saying it's 327 now? I don't see it now. It looks like it may have fell. I'm not too sure. Must need to update after hours. May need to update on my end. Okay. So now we talked about this. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about GEX. Okay. This is called gamma. All right. And we're going to look at these gamma type exposures because it's a new command that we have on the stock terminal, right? I'm not going to go ahead and read this. I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pause and you can go in and read it and look at the full report on the stock terminal for folks that are in their lifetime access. You can go ahead and read this, right? But the biggest one is this one here. Okay. Where do market makers? So, okay. This command and this, let me just show you this graph here. This is for Clover. And again, listen. Okay. Listen. Okay. Here's Main Street. Here's Wall Street. And there's like a big divide. Okay. Right. They don't want you to know this information. Okay. There's a lot of talented people out there that are having the same mission, and a lot of them have different expertise. Mine is in fundamental analysis, right? And now we're getting in expertise from many folks that are conglomerating all in our stock terminal, right? And we are trying to democratize this information, okay? And what I'm going to show you something that's going to be really incredible that unfortunately only if you have access to, right? And even then, even if they have access to it, they don't know how to interpret it. Okay? Let's go ahead now and explain. So, market makers generally aim to minimize their risk and exposure to the largest price movement caused by options. Looking at the chart, which you can basically see here, $5.50 strike price, highest positive GEX. So this is the gamma exposure level. Where the market makers have the most safety at this level is a positive, which helps stabilize the stock price. That means market makers are wanting the price to go to $5.50. Okay. Because the lowest GEX score is around $3.50, meaning that the score nearing this level, it's very dangerous for them because of their hedging techniques. Because most likely, I think they have more calls than puts. Is that when the price goes to $3.50, you get volatility, right? Excuse me, which is exactly what we've been seeing on the chart near the 350, and then it dropped all the way down to 3. So what they want to do to play it safe from a probability Monte Carlo sequence perspective, because they're all connected, right? All these data points overlap. If you're starting to see what I'm saying, is that the price wants to go to 550, right? Because market makers are more safer at 550 than here, okay? And that's based off of the options chain that they have, right? So that's exactly what this is basically saying. So therefore, the best probability for market makers lies in keeping the price anchored closer to 550, aligning with their preference for low risk, stable market. So 550 end of the year, very difficult, potentially for the Christmas rally, but I would say the first 6 months of 2025, right? Right. So, but I'm just saying this is for the next 12 months, what to expect. Okay. Again, not financial advice. Don't kill the messenger. This is what the data. We're data driven. Okay. All right. So there's that. And now going back to exactly what, the whole year thing, we talked about this in yesterday's video. There were 3 itemizations we needed to go through. And because of these 3 itemizations need to be met, we're going to be choppy, which is exactly what we're experiencing. Like I said, I drew this line yesterday and I said, we're going to end up going up. And as you can see today, we did go up, right? And ultimately, if I can find the thing here, ultimately December 18, which is tomorrow, because today's the 17th Tuesday, the FOMC meeting is going to be taking place. And once that happens, then we're going to start activating the Santa Claus rally, right? And then the goal is what's going to happen in 2025. So we said the first half of 2025 is going to be green. The second half is going to drop, and they're going to have a little small year-end rally. S&P 500 first 6 months, 7,000. Ladder going down to 6,600. It's currently at around 6,000, so it's still going to be up. Okay. For Max Payne, check it out on the stock terminal, or I think there's some sites online. It's just right now I have so many tabs open. We just activated a new terminal command for all of you. The goal here is to give you the best data possible, right? So if you were to open up the terminal command real quick, and if we were to type in news, there's 2 different news commands. I would do this one here, not this. You could do both, but do this one. You type in CLOV, and immediately it's going to share with you what happened. This was 9 hours ago, and this is good information. This is not BS, right? So you can click on this button, and you can see that they just got a price target of $6. See how instantaneous that is? You have your finger on the pulse. You have this one here, JP Morgan, an hour ago. They're going to be presenting for the 43rd annual conference. Okay. Also, there's been a dramatic update on the stock terminal. You remember how we had to basically wiretap for all the members, stock terminal members, lifetime access members. I need you to listen up. Okay. So you remember how you had to do this, to basically get this, you would have to type in a command and you have to remember it and you have to go down here to the pin. You don't have to do that anymore. This is going to be eliminated. We're currently revamping this. And if we were to go here and go to the V2 section, and let's go to Monte Carlo sequence, let's go ahead, which means you don't need to do the command anymore for the stock terminal GPT. He doesn't need it. You have it already integrated here, which means you can use this on your phone at ease. The whole point is making this ease of use. So let's give you a projection. You click the projection and you type in CLOV. You do that and you see how fast it is. Instantaneously now you get a Monte Carlo sequence projection. And you can see how it's bullish, right? So now you don't have to type in the command, right? You see how powerful this is now? So that means you don't have to memorize anything. It's all involved in the stock terminal. All you have to do is just use it, okay? So again, the whole point of this is to make this ease of use for all of you guys, to democratize the data and find whatever data that is available that I can bring to you and be able to democratize it, explain it, and make money, right? So that's pretty much what it is all about. And for folks that are interested, we did just activate our New Year sale. If you type in New Year, I hope it works. We did it early, so I mean, let me double check here because honestly, I haven't honestly checked. So just give me a moment here, real quick. Let me just share the screen here for a sec. Because honest to God, I haven't checked. So let me just go ahead. Spick bundle. This one here. Should work on the mastering too, both ones. Let's see. Give a couple seconds. Let this load. Okay. New year, singular. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, there it is. $700 off. Okay. So there it is. So we just activated it. So we have our New Year special, $700 off lifetime access, coupon code New Year, one-time payment. That's all you do. Folks that are part of the United States and Canada, you get access to Affirm, and that pretty much makes it into a monthly payment. For international users, depending on your credit score, it'll give you 6 months, 0% interest, or even longer, depending on your credit score. But for Affirm, you're able to prolong it for even 2 to 3 years, and you can make it very minimal in terms of payment, right? So again, we try to make this easily accessible for everybody. Happy New Year's, everybody. Okay. So I think that's pretty much all I had right now. That's it. So, again, Humana free cash flow negative, and this is what I'm expecting for the year end. I'm very excited to play out. We're getting close to a lot of movement here, and this obviously will take some time. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at yes, that was a really good one. So check out Gun Show Traders podcast. You can also find him on our Twitter, where you always retweet stuff. I'm disappointed in Stock Talk Weekly with his negative comment about Clove. I've been following for a while now, but he'll realize his error eventually. Listen, guys. Okay, listen. Okay. I commented on his thing. He has about 200,000 subscribers. Just to let you guys know. Because we don't have a lot of subscribers, it doesn't mean that our quality is garbage, right? I mean, you guys are starting to realize this, right? Look at the returns, right? So the amount of subscribers sadly doesn't equate to the level of quality. Now, in the long term, yes, right? So I assume that in the long term, you guys are going to start to realize that we are very quality based. Everything we like to do is very quality, right? In fact, if you go look at my life in terms of folks that are inside the lifetime access, you guys see, when I like to enjoy myself, I like to enjoy myself really well, right? I'm not cheap, right? So when it comes to what we have in our data, our quality is up most important. And then over time, just like how it takes to build a farm, a lot of folks in the world of finance, they're going to start to see, we're already having professors join us. In fact, finance professors, accounting professors join the platform. They don't want to disclose who they are, which I get. I completely understand, right? Privacy is number one, right? But ultimately, we're starting to see now in the long term, it's like a weighting scale, right? In the beginning, you can't really tell, but in the long term, people are going to realize that what quality is. Yes, unfortunately, Ken, that was a very silly comment. It was a comment that, and I responded, and I have a gold badge, so my comment is out there, right? Unfortunately, no reciprocation of talking. They are not. They are not Stock Talk Weekly of finding the truth, right? It's all about what is it's like TMZ, what's viral, what's going viral. And there are people that watch their channel. Well, you'll be average like the rest of Americans, right? You'll be average, right? Because again, just like when it comes to the people that are watching this channel now are like early adopters. And that's why we're rewarding people that are early adopters with a very cheap lifetime access to the stock terminal. In the future, this will be $5,000 to $10,000 because again, the data speaks for itself and the analysis that we have speaks for itself. And we were always innovating. So you get future advancements, right? Because we're always pushing forward. We got the stock terminal GPT before anyone even thought about GPT, right? So we got that like last year. It's like old news, right? It still there's some bugs we have to fix, but it's there. I mean, Apple has its own bugs, right? So yes, that was an uncalculated mistake, sadly, and they don't know nothing about free cash flow. They haven't even looked at the company. They just basically post. And again, you have to ask yourself, are those folks wealthy? How many millionaires have they generated, right? How many millionaires did our platform create, right? People are going to start asking these questions, right? And ultimately, you as the viewer, as a subscriber, and I hope you do subscribe, you guys see the 700 videos we have. We're not flashy, right? We don't have the the editors and all that. This is a live. There's no script. I have a computer screen that I'm looking at right now, and this is how it looks like. And we read off of this. That's all we do, right? This is like literally grassroots guy who came from nothing, figured out a way to make something, and now I'm trying to share it with all of you. That's all it is. No bullshit, right? So that's all it is, right? And yeah, so it is event. They're going to realize their error. But don't worry, we will sell it to their followers because they're going to come buy it, because they're going to be talking about it when it becomes TMZ viral. And we will sell to the optimistic, right? Because that's what we do as value investors. Okay. Okay. And most likely we could do covered calls too. And we can like milk them because they're going to be too broke to buy shares. They're just going to have to buy calls. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. I got my lifetime a few days ago. Lots to learn, starting with the courses first. And here's the thing. The courses are only 5% complete. That's the beautiful part about this beta access. There's about to be so much more added, right? But as you can see, we keep developing the stock terminal. We keep adding. So then once the stock terminal gets sufficient, then we will build the course on the stock terminal data, which you're starting to see the pattern here, right? So there it is. Appreciate you. I always buy to get out of that covered. You're gonna run for president one day. You got Trump vibes. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because I got 40 under 40 most influential in the state of Arizona, and I got congressional award and whatnot. And I have to respond to this comment. I really do, Randy. I'm going to respond to this comment, Randy. Okay. I was sitting in a room of politicians, and these are the leaders of Arizona. And I was not listening to them because you hear them all the time. I was listening to their children, right? Because that's a good prognostic indicator of how they raise their children. And I was looking for any substance to see these folks because I can see within their mind of their social construct that they created inside their house how their children are. And I know you can't really judge, but these are pretty older children. And I wasn't impressed at all. I wasn't impressed. The people that tend to go into politics now are folks that they need the job more than the American people need them. I'm going to repeat that again. They need the job more than the American people need them. Like for me, if I was to go into politics, this would be a complete downgrade to my life. It's a complete downgrade, right? Now, obviously, it will be an honor to serve, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is the people that run now, a lot of them are idiots, right? And the folks that do have a brain that tend to run, they try to get sniped by the idiots. Just look at your local elected officials. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. Right? Can you show me how to get that help menu up in the terminal? I can't seem to get the same help menu in the terminal. Absolutely, Rick. Let me show you. Okay. So, let me see. Terminal. Yeah. So very simple. Let me first remove the comment so you can see. Hello. Right. So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can see better. So the reason why you're confused is because there's a lot of help, right? There's a lot of help. Like there's a lot of help menus. So you type in help, you have the brain machine help, which is right here. You click on that and you got the help menu here and you click your button. But you also have this help menu here. You have this help menu, which also has a bar and you can click on it or the next. Soon, this is going to have a help menu. This will soon have a help menu. All right, it's being built as we speak. So you see or it's there. It's just Discord needs to approve it. That's what I'm saying, right? But overall, this is how you do it. I hope this answers the question. Okay. Yeah, $5 covered call being risky. Yeah, and I don't know, man. I'm scared for that one. Yeah. Dropped a toy interview in Clover channel if you need material about 14 minutes. Okay. Oh, this was the recording from Vegas a few weeks back. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will listen to this tomorrow. We'll listen to it tomorrow, right? So we can make this kind of cut it up in different lives, and we'll do that. I like that. So this will be tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow because it is 13 minutes, so we could listen to it now. We'll do it tomorrow. This will be good. And here's the after hours. So apparently it is going up here. Apparently Google is sleeping right now. Oh, there it is. There's the jump. There's the jump. See that? So there must be a delay in Google. That's why, right? So there's the jump here. So very good. We're starting to go up. Excellent, right? So, again, I'm not surprised because I've done the work, right? I've done the work. I know what the Santa Claus rally is. I'm not surprised, right? Because when you do the work and I teach you how to fish, you won't be surprised because hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do, right? So I'm not surprised. Okay. Let's see here. But yeah, we are going to watch that. We'll be for tomorrow so we can hyper-analyze and focus on it. You know how we do it, right? Quality over quantity. Got it. Max Payne. Read the comments daily. Yahoo Finance Community Board. Oh God. You want to do that? All right, we'll do that. See, Dow slides for 9th day, longest losing streak, and then after December 18, then they're gonna have happy, Santa Claus rally. I swear to God, man, it's a freaking joke. But they're I haven't been to their conversation board in a long time. It's been a while. Let's see. What am I supposed to look at? Time to cross MACD tonight. That's kind of cute. On the daily? Top? That's an old one. I'm not too sure. Let me know what it says. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. But that's good though. This is getting good conversation. Not a lot of people, but that's pretty good. 91,000 comments. It's not bad at all. All right. Well, that's it, guys. For folks that are interested, we do have our New Year sale. Take advantage. Take advantage, right? We have a lot of folks became millionaires, and I believe you can become a millionaire too. The information that we have is sadly been locked away and tucked away by the wealthy, but their walls are slowly starting to crack. And now we have the computing power and the technology. I mean, you remember back in the day, you know how hard it was to be able to have a computer to be able to do all this? The fact that we have a nice nice mic to communicate to you, and a camera that's visible, and an internet system that's so fast that's able to do all this. You know how hard this was back in the day to do? And now we can basically do. I'm like sitting in front of you in your house, in your phone, maybe in front of the bathroom, who knows, right? I'm there talking with you, and it's like I'm in the room and we're all there connected, right? I mean, like, this stuff didn't happen 10, 15 years ago because YouTube was in its infancy, and you know how long it took to upload a video? Remember those days? It took like 3-4 days to upload. Like, who would have done YouTube? The people that did got rewarded, of course, with their subscribers, but ultimately it was very tough. Here we are now doing a live. This is a live, guys. I'm live right now, right? This is live. Okay. So it's pretty powerful if you were to think it. This is pretty good, right? So anywho, that's all I have for you guys. This video, definitely for folks that are tuning in now, watch it, right? There's a lot of information here, right? $6, guys. Price target $6. We'll go ahead and break down that price target from our fair value analysis, but we're going to be wealthy, right? A lot of us already are, but for folks that are waiting, we're getting there, right? And look at all the other stocks we call that. RGTI, SoundHound. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm very excited. And I'm so happy that the retail investor is finally winning, right? So God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next one. And I'm going to go cycling. Me too.